I'm going to import the character. Just drag it and drop it in here. Otherwise, you could go under File, Import, and locate it on your computer. If I press the 6 key, you can see that the shading is see-throughable. We don't want that. I'm going to select the character, and if your character is made out of multiple parts, you would just repeat this process. Go into the Attribute Editor, go into the last tab, and just right-click and select Break Connection. And now our character is solid. I'm going to save this character. I already set up a project, and as a review, you go under Project Window, select a new folder for this character, click Accept, and then you would set project by going under File, Set Project to point to that new folder, and click on Set. And then you could save this character. File, Save As, and saving the scene as Base Mesh 1. Now that I save the scene, I'm going to come back to that original scene with the skeleton all attached. But for the moment, I don't need the skeleton attached. I could go under Rigging, Skin, Unbind Skin. I'm going to throw away the skeleton in this scene, and I'll resave this one. File, Save Scene As, No Rig. And this is the one that will be modified to create the morph targets and connected to our original one that has the rigging on top. If you try to move your character and you see the manipulator grayed out, within the attribute editor, which is Control A, which I'm still in, you'll see the translation, rotation, and scale with this gray color. All you have to do is select and click Unlock. Select, right-click, Unlock, select, right-click, Unlock, and now you're free to move your character around the scene. I'm going to rename this character, maybe blank. This way I have something to always re-import and open up that's a clean slate. I'm going to duplicate this blank by holding down the Shift key and just dragging it over. Now I'll just make a quick facial expression on each one of these. This one will be very happy. Going under the modeling toolkit, turning on symmetry, and across the x-axis, going to the vertex level. I'm going to select, let's say, a vertex around here next to the mouth. Hold down the B key to change the size of the soft selection. I'm holding down the B key and left dragging with the mouse. And this character is going to be a little happier than that, so select somewhere around the cheek and puff that out. Increase the size of the brush. Make your character as expressive as you need to by using the vertex level or a sculpting tool to reshape the current vertices. You have to not add more vertices, just remanipulate the current ones into a new position. With this character done, I'll name this character Happy. Gonna move over. For good practice, edit, delete by type history. I'll go to this character, and this one will be a little confused or annoyed. First, I'm going to sync the cheeks. Then I'm going to turn off symmetry. Go to the mouth and make this little lazy S of expression. Like that. More of a smirk than being annoyed. There's a little bit more of a confused, like what the heck is going on. Going to object level, rename this one confused, edit delete by type history. Now this file will contain these two morph targets will be imported to our original rigged up file. Here's our characters, the original one with the rig. I'm going to turn on shading, X-ray joints, selecting this joint, rotating it down so you can see it's still rigged up. And these don't have joints inside of it. Even with the skin applied to the character already, this works out. Select character 1, shift click on character 2, which is happy. Select the character attached to the rig, only on the skin level, so be careful not to select a joint. Shift click on the character. Now go to deform, blend shape, and you're done. Well, what's done? Let me put these characters a little lower in the scene. Now go to Windows, Animation Editors, Shape Editor. Now we can edit and animate the expression on this character, even though it's already rigged up. So confused to happy. To animate with this shape editor, let me increase my timeline to 90 frames. I'm at frame 0. This is the natural state of our character. I'll click on key here. I'll go a few frames over. And at frame 0, I'll also key in the happiness slider. I'll go a few frames out. And there's our key. So going from normal to being happy. Frame 10, I want to start making the character look confused. I'll put a keyframe right there. And go to frame 20. Decrease happiness. And increase confusion. And so this is our animation so far. Happy, then getting confused. And by frame 30, maybe they're back to a neutral position. So I'll take the confused look and just pull it back down, and that creates a keyframe. I'm going to close this editor. And I just want to show that even though we're working with morph targets, we can still animate this character using the timeline. Going under Windows, Animation Editor, Time Editor. I'm going to click on the rig for this character and just import its current doing nothing moment, which then I'll instantly delete. And now I'll import one of those earlier downloaded motions. And even though I called it Happy Idle, it's just a regular idle. So here's the character now going through the steps of animating while also having facial expressions. Block out your animation and then refine your animation with the shape editor.